Morning, everybody. It's 8:36 on this Monday morning, and this is your pre-opening comment. It is video number 2197. Okay, so we don't really have much in the way of economic news today, although towards the middle and the end of the week we're jam-packed, and of course we also have the start of my least favorite season, earnings season, which evidently comes 4.5 times a year. But Asia is slightly lower and Europe is slightly higher, and so that's where we start off. At 8 o'clock, the Dow was up 15. At 8:25, it was up 25, so a little bit of an improvement. Nasdaq was up 5, now up 10. S&P was up pennies, now is up about $2. So things are slightly improving. Some of the big gainers from last week are giving back a little. Some of the big losers from last week are coming back up a little. But the only economic news that we have today, it doesn't come until 3 o'clock, and it's consumer credit. And, that's one that I tend to harp on because, everybody says don't sell the American consumer short. But consumer debt is now the same size as mortgage debt, and that does not speak well for our economy over the long term. So, chart on the screen is the copper. And the copper had a great week last week. This is the daily. And we did have the crossover that I was looking for about a week and a half ago, back to the upside after being pretty dramatically oversold and coming down from another new all-time high at the 520 level, coming all the way back down to this 100-day moving average, and hitting it solid there. That was the place that we broke out from the last time on the run, from 435 up to that 520 level. This morning the copper is down less than, down right now 0.2%, and that was after an almost 6% week to the upside last week. Right now we are actually down 1/100th of a cent. So pretty decent, especially decent versus the backdrop of the rest of the metal. Gold, which was up 58 last week, is down 15. Silver was up $2.12. It's down 40 cents. Copper now just went slightly positive. Platinum down. Palladium down. Aluminum down. Steel down. Uranium has not opened yet, and lithium has also not opened yet, but they have been trending lower. Oil is down $0.50. Heating oil is down 2 cents. Gasoline is down $0.0125. And you would think that with Biden's trying to buy votes and releasing 52 million barrels of gasoline from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, that we would be lower, but we were up on the week last week, and down a penny is really not doing much. Nat gas is up 3 cents after having yet another horrendous week to the downside. Cotton up a little, coffee up a chunk, sugar up a little, cocoa up a little, lumber down, OJ down 1%. As I said, the S&P and the Dow and the rest of the stock futures are slightly ahead, and the dollar is basically unchanged after a horrendous week. Bitcoin is up $7.95. When you're down 4,000 during the week, 795 doesn't look so great. Ethereum is up about $70, and the bonds are down 10/32. So really not very much. The other markets that are higher in corporate news, we have Boeing settling with taking a guilty plea with the DOJ. The stock is up $1.67, or just under 1%. Paramount and Skydance Media sign a definitive agreement. Sherry and the rest of the family get $23 a share for their Class A stock. And the Class B holders, us poor pittance, we get $15 for our stock in cash. I don't know how long this is going to take to close, but I would think that disparity might bring the lawyers into it. Nvda is up $1, or 0.8%. UBS raised their price to $150 from $120. JP Morgan downgraded to peer perform from outperform. Stock is barely moved. ServiceNow is showing some cracks here. It was downgraded from neutral to sell at Guggenheim. The stock, which has had a meteoric rise and is a major AI name, is trading 780.05. That's down 26.42 on that downgrade, 3.3%. ExxonMobil sees Q2 upstream earnings a little bit higher than expected, and the stock is down 63 cents. And Corning, which is not generally thought to be much of an AI play, Glassworks, GLW, is 44.14, up 270, or 7%. I just saw the CEO on CNBC, and he reminds us that the connections within the GPUs require much more of Glassworks connections. So, that's what powers it, and evidently the company is, producing more laser cable to make that, and they raised their revenue guidance also. So, as I said, the stock is up 7%. Two little ones today. IBP. This is a veterinary company, sort of like WOOF, WOOF, which is VCA and took over all of the mom and pop and other veterinary services. On Wednesday of last week, this stock went from $1.30 to $3.11, came all the way back down and closed at $1.38. Today, it has a range of $1.61 and a high of $3.91. The last is $2.75. That's up $1.25, or just a scant 84%. Another vehicle, EV company, although this one only deals in two-wheeled versions. It's called ZAPP, Z-A-P-P. It's trading at $7.12, up $3.05, or 75%, based on the news that it is being covered by, another one of those Wall Street TV infomercials, and it says that its operating subsidiaries are able to redefine the electric two-wheeled segment, debuting a product called the i300, which is an urban electric high-performance two-wheeler capable of traditional performance levels. I will mention that, the growth here in this particular industry has been overwhelming, but not without its detractors. I am one of them, because a lot of these electric small engine vehicles are being used within cities and for deliveries. They don't require a driver's license. They don't require a license plate, and so they don't require insurance. And they are all over the place. I'm surprised more people don't get killed on them because they are, zipping in and out of traffic. It's not only distracting to the drivers, but I'm going to say dangerous to the riders. Okay, so last look at 847 on the futures. S&P, which was up 2, is now up $2.36. The Dow, which was up 25, is now up 47.15, and the Nasdaq, which was up 10, is now up $7.35. So we will watch for the late news. Have a good one, folks.